the day. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
By number 22.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
14-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 14-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses have better focus on. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And
they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. You know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 14, Raiders 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door. inside the 5 at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Second and goal from the 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Las Vegas.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quick. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
A loss of 11 yards.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by.
Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Jacobs incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Ross, incomplete. It's fourth down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Bengals. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Taken in the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This one taken just inside the 10. Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
First down, Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type.
And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
A 5-yard.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 63.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
3-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
5 yards on the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Open man is Duvernay. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Back to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Makes the score Bengals 63.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. He's got Njoku over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver.
He's got it at the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,